Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Blue Exorcist chapter 119. When we last left our heroes, the Blue Knight finally came to an end, thanks to Shemihaza using what might have been the last of her power to destroy Lucifer's body, and Satan finally fizzling out. So that's the big climax of SSC. Also, Shiro killed the Yeti that was almost killing him and almost ate the twins. And yeah, things are just kind of calming down after many chapters of chaos. So let's jump right on in with chapter 119, SSC 2416, which is a new number. Still no closer to finding out what SSC stands for, but you know. We open in darkness with some glub, glub, glub sounds. And we see a little bit of flame. Fault. It's her. Oh, is Satan still alive? It looks like he's still kind of alive. I guess that's the room where Yuri gave birth. But it looks beat up, and there are these kind of like black electricity things. And also in the center is like a black pole with all these different bodies like coming out of it. It's kind of creepy. Satan, Yuri, you're dead, huh? Wahahaha. Serves you right. So Satan can tell that Yuri's dead. How do you like Gehenna? Do you remember when you were a child? Now do you finally understand how I suffer without a body? Is this Lucifer? You killed people before my eyes, even though I begged you through my tears not to. Oh, no, hold on. So this is Gehenna. Okay. Yuri is dead, and she's in Gehenna. And Satan is also back to being dead, or back to being a part of Gehenna. And now this is Yuri and Satan talking. Okay. So do you remember when you were a child? Is Yuri, I guess, talking about Satan's time as a Rinka? And then Satan says, now do you finally understand how I suffer without a body? You killed people. This is Yuri talking. Before my eyes. Even though I begged you through my tears not to. Are you listening to me, you witch? I lost my body because you didn't return my love. You betrayed me, so it's your fault. You understand the fear and suffering of death. So why did you kill people? And Satan just roars. It is all your fault. You accepted me, and you accepted death. Furthermore, you said you had found something more important than a body. Don't you remember? What are you talking about? You keep blathering on about trivialities. And we see Yuri's eyes have opened. And the whites of her eyes have become black, and she has, like, light irises. Maybe they're blue, but it's black and white, so we can't really tell. Dying taught me something. Clothed in flesh... This is Satan. Dying taught me something. Clothed in flesh, I felt hot, and wanted to touch and see and smell and hear. And it felt good. Without a body, without substance, it's unbearable. I wanted to save you. I wanted to express my love to you. Yes, what I truly desire is flesh. I want a corporeal form. And show you that human and demon can understand each other. There's an irony right there. Because she's talking about understanding each other, and this whole conversation is the two of them just completely talking over each other. There's no conversation going on here. Please believe me. A woman with no body has no value to me. So yeah, this is a vast... So like, when Yuri was introduced, there was kind of a fear, especially with her, loving relationship with Satan, that this would take the same route as the anime. That Satan wants the peaceful world that Yuri wanted. And this scene is a definitive no in that debate. Like, there's no love here. It's just... On Satan's part, he just wants to be a part of Asya. And then we get this imagery of, like, things getting blown away by fire, I think. We check back in on Asya in True Cross Town as we see, the smoke and the damaged bridges and all the destruction. The aftermath of all the destruction of the Blue Knight. and these two guys are coming in with flashlights. Is anyone here? They find a bunch of the kids. This is wherever Shiro lives. You were hiding in here? Come on out now. One moment. And the rescue workers find a man in the hallway with a bit of light trailing from his face. I think this is Toto. You over there, are you injured? And he stands up, and the guy asks, good, if you can move then, hey, where are you going? Or maybe he's carrying a body, so maybe it's Toto and his brothers. His back makes me think it's Toto. But from the front, and the way and we know Toto hated his family. So the way he's like gently carrying that body, it might be Neuhaus. I'm not sure. Then back in section 13, people are just kind of like recovering and dealing with the aftermath of, you know, the Blue Night. And someone's pouring out some kind of liquid. Surprisingly, it was no big deal. Oh, I think this is Toto. Yeah, this is Toto. Okay, so yeah, that definitely was Neuhaus, and this is Toto. He's at his house. I think he's killed all his family. You are free now, Homare. He's pouring oil over the bodies of his family, and he gets a lighter, and he burns them. That strength is yours, too. And the house burns, and I guess he drops the lighter. And then we check back in in Kyoto with Miyoda, and Ryuji's father is holding on to his wife and the newborn Ryuji. As he just like looks up into the sky, we see what I'm guessing is the surviving Shimas. It's a really, really tiny panel, so I can't really make it out. Then I have no idea what's going on in that panel below. Maybe it's the Hojos? I think that was their last name, the snake people. And then I guess this is Papa Shima with the older brother's dead body after the Blue Night. And the oldest living brother, whose name I also can't remember, looks down mournfully, carrying baby Renzo. And we already see a black flame from Renzo. Okay. Not sure what that's about. I think maybe, we know that Renzo has the black flame demon companion. Is that, I don't remember enough about it. Is that's like a Shima inherited demon, or if Renzo picked it up at some point, and this is a sign that it's already watching him, which is an interesting idea. I'm not sure if that really works in practice. Then we check in on Lewin. Lewin, suspend your investigation. We have more urgent problems. Return to my house and rest. Let me help too. I want to know what happened. I'm not really sure what's going on here, because Lewin hasn't really been an even vaguely active part of SSC. Then we see, I don't remember her name. I think, is that Osceola, the old lady, who ended up joining up with Lewin on the Romanian raid? Then we're somewhere else. I'm not sure where we are. This might be the hallway where Shemihaza fought Lucifer, because it looks like all burnt, like blown outwards. We should have been ready to use the crystal sooner. No, Shemihaza's crystal is limited, which makes timing tricky. This way was best. Yeah, this is Shemihaza, or at least the Nephilim, going by that name, or using her crystal. I was a little confused, a little vague there, talking with Mephisto in the aftermath of killing Lucifer. We lost so many lives. We offset one problem, it ran into a bigger one. The Grigori have failed. I will resign from the Grigori. So yeah, this is Shemihaza. That answers all my questions from last month. And she is almost certainly Shemi's grandmother. Which means I don't know who the current Shemihaza is. It can't be Shemi's mom, because she's not an exorcist, right? I don't know. Anyway, the old Shemihaza is resigning from the Grigori. Sacred Sage, I'm glad you're safe. Did you bring the Ark? Oh, this is the Grigori Agency, I think, who have found Shemihaza and Mephisto. And Shemihaza asked, did you bring the Ark? Yes, ma'am. Bring it this way. These are Lucifer's remains. Oh, so on the ground are still like the burnt up, charred Lucifer. You must immediately purify them by incineration, seal them in the deep keep. Mephisto turns to her. The cleanup effort is colossal, so I must be going. See ya. When things calm down and you retire to putter around in the garden, I'll welcome you in Japan. So yeah, there we go. That's if there was any more doubt that that's Shamey's grandma, there it is. Thanks? Jeremiah, you're alive! So yeah, now some more guys have freed Jeremiah. Did anyone else survive? No, they're all cinders. Hey, over there! There's a child still alive! It's a miracle! And there is Arthur. And Jeremiah looks at him and smiles. We're somewhere else now. I'm not sure who we're with right now. It's perfect. At last, a complete replicant. Welcome back. You have a guest. This is, I guess, Mephisto's butler. So I'm guessing this is in Mephisto's house. Mephisto walks in. You have a guest. I know. Very well. Show him in. Yes, sir. Oh no, so this guy, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. This chapter is just so fucking scattered. Like, everyone is maybe a page or two, and there's just not enough time to really latch on to everyone. I think I spent more time figuring out who each character is than I spent actually reading the fucking chapter. Anyway, Mephisto sits down at his desk, and in walks Shiro with the Okumura twins. Literally, wrapped around his neck. And Mephisto, leans back. You've got some nerve coming here. Where is Yuri Agen? She's dead. I cremated her and scattered her ashes in the sea, so the Knights of the True Cross can't toy with her anymore. And he takes the babies off his neck. How dare you! And he slams them onto the desk. Surely you don't think bringing back Satan's brats as a souvenir will absolve you of your betrayal. Of course not. I took great pains to separate the body and the heart, so I won't let anyone kill them. The reality is that giving them to you is the safest. Anyway, I'm just doing what you planned. Isn't that right, King of Time? So this whole thing, all of this is Mephisto's plan. What exactly is Mephisto's goal? What is he trying to do? I feel like that's, everyone, if you look on the fandom, we're like, oh, Mephisto is plotting something. And sure, he's certainly plotting something. But what is he planning? I do not know where all the pieces align. What is he after? Apparently, his whole plan is... I get that if his plan is to create the Okumura twins, if all of SSC worked out in his favor then. If he wants, the children of Satan for something. But we still don't really know what he's after. Also, if he's trying to scheme around with Rin, I doubt he wants Rin to see that. So is Rin seeing this information? I don't know. I really don't know with Mephisto. Anyway, so Shiro was just, said that he knows Mephisto. The Mephisto's been planning this. Mephisto pouts. Outwitting people is my specialty. I hate that you saw through me. And Shiro just laughs. But I love it. Now this is goodbye. I have no attachment to the Order, so I'm out of here. Wait. Have you forgotten your promise? No, sorry. Sometimes Kato does this thing where, speech bubbles will be combined so you think they're supposed to be read together, but they're certainly not. And that's happening here too. Anyway. Wait. You can hunt me down if you want. I might even let you see me. Have you forgotten your promise to me? Huh? If you ever yield to a demon, you have to grant me one favor. Anything I ask. When did he yield, though? Is it? I don't know. I don't know what. I remember the deal back in 101. I think that was July 2018. I want to say. Because again, SSC is absurdly long. Anyway, if you ever yield to a demon, you have to grant me one favor. Anything I ask. Huh? But I haven't yielded to a demon. Satan's children are half demon, and even half demons are dangerous. Huh? But you let them live. Yeah, but if you aren't yielding to them, then kill them, right here and now. sure that tracks, Mephi. Like, I get what he's doing. You know, Mephisto is claiming that this is yielding to a demon. But, like, by any stretch of the imagination, it's not. So I'm kind of shocked that Shiro, Shiro, I imagine this is Mephisto about to, like, make Shiro their guardian and become Paladin. Right? I think that's what this scene is leading up to, because that's the one thing that SSC still has up in the air. How Shiro goes from fugitive to Paladin like that. So I'm guessing that's going to be what the favor is. But his logic holds up to no one. I can't do that. In that case, Shiro Fujimoto, I declare it was you who quelled the Blue Knight by wielding the Koma Sword to exorcise the demon god Satan and his children, whom the witch Yuri Agen summoned into this world. One who provides such heroic service is worthy of becoming a symbol of the Order. So I name you the 251st Paladin. Yep, I was right. That's all his move to make Shiro Paladin. I'm still, again, shocked that he just kind of goes along by that. You know, Mephisto declares that not killing 2 babies is yielding to demons, but, like, is it though? Is it though? I don't think it is. Anyway. Huh? You're gonna blame Yuri for everything and make me a hero? Give me a break. And he slams on the table. But she was stupid to befriend a demon and paid the price. But she did more than us. We didn't do anything. Indeed. Behaving like a mother, older sister, and lover towards Satan was no meager feat. Whatever she felt in her heart, whatever tears she shed in secret, results are what counts. And her actions were no different from those of a witch. So treasure her good intentions inside your heart. I mean, I guess Mephisto's right here. You know, sure, she might have had good intentions, but a lot of people died, including herself. Anyway, the world demands clear measures, but I don't want to kill these little darlings, so you will raise them. And he, like, poofs. The kids seem to disappear from his desk before he summons all this baby gear on Shiro, including putting a pacifier in his mouth. And I guess these might be the kids in the little, like, bear onesies on his arms. Satan, Lucifer, or both will return someday, and bring calamity with them. When that day arrives, I will need a weapon. Raise them to be strong weapons. What? So here we're seeing that the entire point in raising them was to make them fight Satan and or Lucifer. Which also, bringing back to my what is Mephisto's goal, it seems that he only needs the twins for when for when Lucifer and Satan come back. Let me think. Perhaps he always knew that Satan would eventually spawn, and so he needed Yuri to fall in love with him, to have children with him, so that he could have weapons for when Satan either comes back or doesn't, or if he just kind of stays there. Though also, Mephisto can see all of time at the same time, then he knows exactly what's happening. But I'm kind of curious if Mephisto really can see all of time at the same, knows everything about all of time. Because even if knowing all of time doesn't necessarily grant him all knowledge, you know, he only has access to where he is at every time. The fact that he's still outwit by, where's the line up here? He's outwitting people is my specialty. I hate that you saw through me. If he can see through all of time, Mephisto would know that Shiro would see through him. Right? I don't know. This is just a really kind of weird chapter. It's finally started to, like, settle down and focus, whereas the first few pages were just, like, everything is going on at once and no one knows where and it's just not settling on anything. But now we're kind of getting into an actual plot, besides just things are over. Anyway, you only get one request, not 2. You're breaking our deal. No, I'm not. Because what I'm actually asking is for you to swear lifelong fealty to the Order as its dog. You asked me for a favor, and in that moment, you lost your freedom forever. What? He just, like, starts cracking up. Man, do I pity you? You hate demons and made a deal with one, thereby trapping yourself. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yuri Agen failed. But will you? And we see him holding the twins. Again, I still don't think he yielded to a demon. And I'm shocked that Shiro just kind of goes along with it. Anyway, now we're back with Satan in Gehenna. The same little, like, Satan pillar from the beginning of the chapter. What is all this? More visitors. Mephisto... I love Mephisto's Gehenna design. I think this is the first time you've seen it, but it's his normal design, but like it has just enough affectations to make it really cool. My father and god of all Gehenna. I understand you want a body, but please don't run around killing people to get one. Be gone, foul exorcist. When I recover my strength, I will search again. Then allow me, Samael, to prepare a vessel for you. How? You're going to close Section 13, aren't you? Wait, does he... Oh, he wants Yukio to be the vessel. That makes sense. One of the twins you fathered in Asya has your flame. I will raise it for you to inhabit. What? Father... oh, now here's Lucifer showing up at the last moment. I also do love how each of the demons have their own little, like edge of the speech bubble, design. Like, Satan has flames... Mephisto has what look like screws? Maybe they're like buttons on a stopwatch, because he's Lord of Time. And Lucifer is like gleaming light as his little thing. Anyway, Father, I will prepare an even better body for you. My brother? Oh, now we see all the other demons have their own. You're too bright. No way, already? Mephisto looks at him. You got blown to bits, so I thought it would take you longer to recover. Are you alright? Yes. For I have many believers. They will continue Section 13's research, and someday create a perfect vessel for you, Father. Please wait until then. I will not fail to complete it before Samael does. And Satan looks at them. Gwahaha! He he he. Very good. Sounds interesting. Lucifer, I like you, so I will wait for you. Your words honor me. But I don't trust you, Samael. I will accept your proposal if you get results. Understood. Let's see who can make a body for me first. But be careful. If you take too long, I will act without warning. Then we leave that to go to, I guess, the home base of the Grigori in the Vatican. In the name of the Grigori and the former paladins, I name you the 251st paladin. And we hear... Oh, so Shiro hears Satan now. Hee hee. You and I once shared a connection. And I'm watching you, Exorcist. No one else hears it. They all cheer for Shiro's induction. And then back in, I'm assuming this is section like the leftovers of section 13. People are just like coughing up blood, falling all over the ground. Why? Oh, this must be the guy talking about a replicant earlier. And we see what looks like this guy who was talking's head explodes, I think. And then anyway, someone, probably the same guy from earlier, standing in front of the tube from earlier. The order has closed section 13 and burned all the records. Oh, this is what's his face. This is Dragulescu, I think is his name. He had a different name during section 13 days. Monocle guy who Lewin and company chased to Romania. The order has closed section 13 and burned all the records, even though I had completed a replicate. What a travesty. It was dangerous, but thanks to so many helpers, I was able to smuggle my work out of here. I will not fail to create a perfect vessel for you. In the name of the Illuminati, the King of Light. Next chapter hits April 3rd. Okay. So I'm not sure if this is the end of SSC. We're not actually back in the present yet. Though there isn't really a whole lot else to do in the past, so we might just start back in the present next chapter. But we might not, because we still don't actually know what SSC actually means. And I feel like it's something we should do before the arc ends. Does anyone have any idea what SSC means? It's just kind of been there for almost 2 years now. But I don't know what it means at all. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the chapter and its more focused moments is a lot of fun. This is really good. Again, I have the hiccups I mentioned earlier about why exactly Shiro considers what Mephisto says to be yielding, which I doubt even Mephisto does, because it's really not in any stretch of the imagination. But sure, whatever we have to do to wrap up the flashback, because really, like, I talk about SSC being just like a better flashback than Black Butler's flashback brigades, just because things happen in every chapter, which you don't always see over there. But also, any flashback, especially in a monthly manga, that mostly runs uninterrupted for almost 2 years. I think this started with the April 2018 issue. It was the first chapter I did on the channel. With the exception of those few chapters where Rin went back to the present at the start of the Blue Knights, we've not touched the main storyline for 2 years. Again, ignoring that one little bit of present day stuff, which I think was like a year ago. Honestly, it's been a long time since that too. So like, it's time to get back to the present. It's time to catch up on what everyone else has been doing, while Rin... I don't even think Rin watched this part. Rin wasn't there for this part. I don't know, it's just... As much as SSC has been a better flashback than some other flashbacks that other series have been doing, it still has the basic problem of being a complete momentum killer. And like the main storyline has basically no momentum right now, because we've been doing this... Again, the little 3-month bit kind of complicates things. But it's still mostly been doing this for 2 years. And it's finally time to get back to the present. But anyway, we do get a little bit more... Satan just wants a body. Like, we find out that's his end goal, is just having a body in Asya. And that's basically it. Also, this brings up all kinds of weird questions about the what exactly Gehenna is, for one thing. Because, for the most part, we've had Asya and Gehenna as, like, 2 worlds. You know, where some people are born in Asya and they're humans, some people are born in Gehenna and they're demons, right? But here, Yuri's soul, when she dies, goes to Gehenna. And is that because all souls go to get Gehenna when they die, and it's just the afterlife? Or is it because her relationship with Satan made her somehow tied to Gehenna? I don't know, but there's a whole big question on what exactly is Gehenna now that wasn't there in the past. I'm going to skip over all this stuff where a bunch of million things are happening all at once without any real progression there. Because mainly that's just really just, you know, the state of the world post-Blue Knight. And we kind of know the state of the world post-Blue Knight. Like, the state of the world post-Blue Knight is how the series opened. It's what the characters are dealing with when we meet them at the beginning of the series. Things like, you know, the oldest Shima-san being dead. Things like Ryuji's dad being left in charge of Myoda. I mean, Toto killing his family is new. But we kind of figured that much already. I'm kind of curious... Looking at this short little scene with Toto, though, I said I wouldn't talk about this part, but I am anyway. Homare looks scared. Like, she's not a fan. Like, I'm curious how we get from scared Homare watching her dad murder her extended family to, you know, loyal Illuminati supporter that we see in the main series. Like, I don't know what to take of that. Anyway, then we get the Mephisto Shiro scene, which, with all the problems I mentioned earlier, again, Mephisto's just like, yeah, I'm gonna change the definition of the word yield. That's how I'm gonna get Shiro in my clutches. And like, I don't buy it. And in fact, it's not even that, like, it works. It's the fact that Shiro just kind of accepts it. Like... Mephisto decides that you're either gonna yield to them or you're gonna murder them. And despite the fact that makes 0 sense whatsoever, Shiro's just like, yeah, you're super right. It just doesn't click for me in any way. The rest of the scene is good, you know, it's Mephisto and Shiro butting heads for probably the final time that we'll see, because again, Shiro's super dead in the present, and he's been dead for the whole series. Sometimes you kind of forget that when we've been dealing with Shiro for 2 years now. Anyway, so yeah, everything where Shiro is part of Mephisto's plan, because I think the bit I'm gonna jump into the final Gehenna scene. Mephisto says, "One of the twins you fathered in Asya has your flame. I will raise it for you to inhabit." We know Rin is the one with your flame, with Satan's flame. That's like the established, premise of the series. But also we know that that Satan, is kind of hanging out in Yukio's head and he's been doing that for a while. So I feel like either something going to go according to Mephisto's plan, or he knew about Yukio the whole time, which makes sense because he's Mephisto. Also, another question. So, what exactly does the conflict between Mephisto and Lucifer mean for us? For Rin and the X-Wires and all the good guys, right? Because, Mephisto and Lucifer are basically after the same goal, which is, of course, not the goal of anyone else in the Order. I don't know. There's a whole lot to dig into now that we know that Mephisto's whole goal is getting a body for Satan. I don't know. There's just so much going on here, and I don't know what it will all mean. So yeah, let me see the Illuminati being founded by Dragulescu, I think. So after 32 long minutes, I'm sorry this one took so long. This is a really dense chapter. I'm going to leave you all off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe. Do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!